snow is polishing the ice because it's so much wind.
So it's always slippery in this curve.
We need to get this truck away from this place because it's not a good place to stand working behind this curve. Maybe somebody coming and they then can stop and they kill us.
These Norwegian roads are some of Europe's most dangerous. Whether it's in the northern wilderness or the southern fjords, drivers face down hostile conditions. It's enough to send even the best of them over the edge. Throughout Norway, an elite force of rescuers keep the country on the move.
I must keep my mountain open.
And this season, it's game on.
You have to be prepared for everything.
In a business where only the toughest survive.
This go fine.
When danger lies on the road ahead.
Heavy stuff.
The ice road warriors lead their teams into battle.
It's dangerous. Yeah.
Ice roads are tough, but I am tougher.
In northern Norway, close to the Arctic Circle, across a territory of wild, open country, one man's responsible for keeping nearly 3,500 kilometers of road open. Ice road rescuer Joe Roger.
I have 10 tow trucks now, spread around in my territory.
From his garage in Overhalla, Joe Roger heads up a fourth-generation rescue and repair business with his son, Ole Henrik, as second in command. Also on duty is Torstein, who worked for 10 years as a mechanic before becoming a rescuer. They're a top team, ready for anything the new day brings.
Oh.
Ole Henrik's working in the office when he takes a call. A 60-ton truck and trailer delivering a full load of road salt was heading up a side road when the truck lost traction, slid to a halt, then skidded backwards for over 100 meters. The trailer jackknifed, then tipped over. It's now on its side against the trees and lying above a small creek. It's carrying 25 bags of salt, and each bag weighs 1 ton. The accident's close by, only 20 kilometers from Overhalla. Leaving Torstein in charge, Joe Roger and Ole Henrik waste no time and head out. Joe Roger takes the rotator truck with its platform-mounted crane winch that turns a full 360. Ole Henrik's in the flatbed. It's a rare opportunity for father and son to team up.
We are pretty happy working together.
After the short drive, Joe Roger recce's the rescue.
The truck has slid from on the top and back here, and the trailer has gotten off the road.
Up on the arrival, I see the trailer is very damaged. The load is big bags with salt, and its weight about 1,000 kilos. And it's 25 of them.
The inside the truck is salt for the roads. We hope that we can get the big bags out undamaged. Hei du. Jeg tenkte egentlig jeg skulle koble til tralla først, men så begynner jeg å kikke litt på tralla, så jeg litt I tvil om jeg tør.
Joe Roger begins to plan, but this rescue is turning out to be far from straightforward.
Jeg nesten så jeg lurer om jeg kanskje skulle at ikke lasset først, for å være sikker på at vi ikke får til noe.
Because the trailer's above the creek, any spillage of salt will go straight into the water.
So then we got a very big problem. We got Namsen, the Norwegian biggest salmon river here. And if we got the salt there, then we kill the salmon.
The creek feeds directly into the river. And the 228-kilometer-long river Namsen is one of the finest rivers for fishing Atlantic salmon in the world. It's one of Norway's most important natural assets and a big tourist attraction. Joe Roger must not allow any of the road salt to enter the river.
If all this salt goes into the creek, then we have a big pollution problem. And we don't want that.
Joe Roger's plan must avoid any risk to the environment.
The trailer is hooked in here. in the connection. If you take it away, then the trailer can flip back. But if you take the salt out first, then you have control over everything that we have here. You have to work safe.
It's too risky to move the trailer with the salt still inside.
Jeg tror kanskje at vi tar ut sekkene der før.
So Joe Roger decides to unload the 25 one-ton bags before attempting the rescue. To do that, he needs to lift them away from the creek. He phones a friend with a crane truck and asks if he's free.
Vi skal ha over en back her, vet du. Og så må jeg så mye at dere må kjøre 2 turer. Ja, greit det. Hei.
It's good news. The crane truck's just down the road. Minutes later, it arrives.
The crane is going to lift out the big bags and then we're going to put them on the flatbed and drive it down, and we do this 2 times. Først du stiller oss opp her nå, og så spenner vi til, og da har vi tilgang til kroken.
To position the salt bags for the crane, Joe Roger has to get hands-on.
Skal vi prøve å vekke det her først?
We are going inside the trailer to take out the big bags, so it will go easy to pick it up.
He sorts and shifts the one-ton bags as best he can before hooking them onto the crane.
That's it. Ikke til struppa? Ja. Forrest da. Kom lenger ut.
He brings the winch hook close by.
Ja, prøv den forsiktig.
If the crane operator drops or tears a bag, Joe Roger's in big trouble. Ole Henrik's on the flatbed, guiding, then unloading the bags.
Må vi ha på noe strandbånd, tror du?
It takes teamwork.
We have to pick up one by one, so this will take a while.
But even with a crane winch, moving a one-ton bag is backbreaking.
He'll hold the time.
5 down, 20 to go.
It's heavy work, but it's good for body and mind.
Ready for hook?
The operation goes well. They're on the last few bags and with no big spills. Until Joe Roger shouts out.
Wait, no, sit.
Back in the garage in Overhalla, Thorstein's on standby.
Torstein. God dag. I got a call with a mission, truck and trailer that have jackknifed on the E6.
On the biggest road in the region, European Highway E6, a Norwegian truck carrying building materials has jackknifed. The driver was heading downhill when 2 cars coming up strayed into his lane. To avoid a head-on collision, he steered towards the road edge, clipped the ditch and crashed.
The driver sent me some pictures. The truck seems very damaged. Den är grei. Ja, okay.
The road needs clearing fast. Thorstein decides it's a 2-man mission.
Me and Ryder is going on the rescue.
Rido is the new guy in the garage, an Estonian now living in Norway.
For me, it's going to be very exciting because it's the first season as a tow trucker.
We take the big tow truck with us and our semi.
Rido takes the tow truck, Thorstein the tractor unit, which may have to tow the trailer if the truck is too damaged to drive. It takes the 2 rescuers 1 hour to reach the location. En route, Thorstein begins to plan.
I'm calling the road authorities to close the road.
The authority agrees to send a team to set up roadblocks. This will allow the rescuers to get the tow truck into position and keep them safe from passing traffic.
Ja, men den är grei. Okay. I get it. We just arrived and this seems very serious. is a truck with a trailer that have jackknifed, and the trailer has gone out in the ditch.
Very deep in the snow. Very deep.
They meet the driver.
Slag. Ja, så skal det med.
Tror du alt for meg?
Så gikk den til slutt.
Bare lite genialt. Hadde jeg ikke sittet i setebeltet, så hadde jeg blitt kastet rundt.
To be buried this deep, the truck must have hit the snowbank hard.
It's okay. Just a little shake maybe.
Thorstein wants to begin the tow-out, but first, the E6 has to be closed. Normally, the road authority sends a team to control the traffic, but this time, there's a problem.
The responsible crew for closing off the road is not here. This is the main road north and south, the E6. Somebody must come and take care of the traffic.
In the far north, Joe Roger and Ole Henrik are removing bags of road salt from a trailer that's tipped. But one bag splits and risks polluting Norway's most important salmon river, the Namsen. Ole Henrik manages to get the bag onto the flatbed before it spills all of its 1-ton load.
There is one bag with a hole in it, but it goes on the ground and not in the creek.
Any salt dropped on the ground will be swept up safely. The final bag is loaded onto Ole Henrik's flatbed.
Last bag is out and now we can start towing.
Joe Roger turns his attention to the rescue.
Altså, jeg tar T-tonen oppi her, og så borte her. Nå står bilen her og går, så det er mulig at det samme tøyer at jeg får den til å slappe inn i kroken her. Jeg tar den for til å færre uten at jeg vet det.
First job is to separate truck and trailer. The trailer's a write-off, but the truck's undamaged. As soon as it's free, it can continue on its journey. They rig up a winch wire from the rotator to stabilize the trailer before Joe Roger attempts to unhitch it.
Da kan du prøve å løfte bilen maks på lufta bak.
Then Joe Roger tells the driver to raise the truck's air suspension. If he lifts up the tow hitch, it could help free the trailer's drawbar.
Bra på. Slapp den noe kroken.
Joe Roger's unsure if the trailer's still connected.
Prøv å se om han får til å røre seg litt da. Så slapp den litt bak her nå. Slapp den litt bak her han nå.
He tells the driver to reverse.
Jeg vil ikke ta der hengeren med deg, bro.
The driver drops back, but the drawbar hasn't come free.
Yeah, it's stuck inside.
The drawbar is angled tight into the tow hitch and won't release.
We have some difficulties to detach the trailer from the truck, so we need to bring out the sledgehammer.
It's back to basics.
Takk, det var passet på fjernkontrollen. Det skal vi gjøre. Litt heavy bak her.
Joe Roger's going to have to force the drawbar free.
Gjør det ikke? Snopp nå. Nesten opp.
Ja, ta spettet mellom den nå. Der, ja. Kommer ikke mellom her.
Slapp deg litt bak. Litt der. Bare kjør.
Success.
The truck and trailer separate, and the driver heads off.
Gå der.
The truck goes away, and we are now ready to start the rescue.
Hvor vil du ha storbilen da?
Han skal stande bort på innen der de står.
Joe Roger and Ole Henrik have got a plan, but they've also got a problem. To rescue the trailer, they need both the rotator and the big rig, the tow truck that's being used by Rido and Thorstein. Joe Roger calls them.
We need a big tow truck back soon.
What's you, Robbie? They need the tow truck.
33 kilometers away on Route E6, the main road south, the two young rescuers are under pressure.
Følg med, og så stopper det, så kommer trafikk. It's coming a truck.
They haven't even begun to rescue the jackknife truck because the road authority hasn't sent a crew to close the road.
Dere snakket med vakta dere som daglig. Han sa det at det var noen som på sett og vis rekvirert som skal komme, men han visste ikke når.
Thorstein keeps asking, but there's no one available.
Okay, hei.
We have to be creative to control the traffic.
I think maybe we just close it and do our work.
They decide to take matters into their own hands.
Since the driver is not hurt, we can use him to control the traffic. We have to do it. We need to start.
So we have one person top on the hill, one down.
The driver works one side, another driver waiting in the queue will work the other.
Safety first.
Now Thorstein and Rido must get on with the rescue.
The plan is to hook around the rear axle on the trailer and try to pull the trailer and the truck backwards, so we can get the trailer in the correct direction.
Before they close the road, they begin to rig.
The strongest point of the trailer is the rear axle. We put our straps over that.
They now need the road closed.
Ja, %.
The driver calls to say that some traffic is coming downhill.
Så får den lastebilen kjøre, og så stenger vi veien etterpå.
The last truck comes past.
Now we're gonna place the towing truck, so it's possible to tow it. Righto! Yeah! Then we're gonna rig up and connect the wire. We'll start pulling.
Rig ready.
Yeah.
Thorstein tells Rido to begin the pull.
I watched the front of the trailer to make sure that everything is okay.
So far it looks good. Just see that so we don't make any more damage. But the snow isn't so hard.
There's only superficial damage to the bodywork, but now they must check that the truck's still drivable.
Thorstein starts the truck to see that everything works and looks okay.
So, you ready?
I think so.
The truck's okay. Thorstein can now help Rido by steering from the cab.
We take the last part of the rescue and winch the truck and trailer all the way to the road.
The winch straightens out the trailer as Thorstein steers.
I think it's free to go. Looks okay?
I think so. It don't seem that it is so much damage.
Luckily, it doesn't seem that bad.
Then I think it can drive.
The truck's good to go.
Seems like we have done it before.
At least once.
But the pressure's still on.
Now our road open again. We're gonna move away our trucks and soon go from here.
Rido puts pedal to the metal to get his tow truck to Joe Roger and Ole Henrik.
Me and Rido worked good together, and this was a success.
Thorstein heads back to Overhalle in case another emergency call comes in.
This rescue went easier than we feared.
Heavy stuff.
In Overhalle, Joe Roger and Ole Henrik are rescuing a badly damaged trailer, but can't start the tow until Rido brings the red tow truck.
The plan is that we are positioning one wire in the front of the trailer and one in the back.
It's a two-truck job, but before Rido arrives, there's work to be done. Joe Roger and Ole Henrik lay out the rig.
Ole Henrik, jeg ser at det er en langkjetting.
Ja.
Og vi tenker rundt tipprammen bakpå her.
They had to connect in the front of the trailer and in back of the chassis, so the box and the chassis doesn't leave each other.
The trailer's so badly damaged, there's risk of it splitting apart, making the rescue even harder.
The trailer is lying in a steep angle, so we have to climb all the trailer to get the wires connector.
Yeah, it's a lot of climbing. Hey!
The rig's ready, but they're a tow truck down. Until Rido arrives.
Så när kanten så den kommer över här.
Joe Roger works quickly to hook up the truck.
Tänkte man, vad gör nu? Ska jag dra ut åt det?
They then connect the winch wire.
Vi ska allesammans ska börja, ja.
The trailer is heavily damaged. We have to be careful anyways not to damage it even more.
For safety, Joe Roger pulls the crew back behind the tow trucks. If anything on the trailer breaks, a winch wire could come free and fly back.
Säg att med bakhjärting bär det någon.
The pull begins. Joe Roger takes things steady to see how the rig settles. He can't risk the trailer splitting apart.
Nej, säg att det är down.
The trailer's close to its tipping point.
The plan worked just as planned. Everything went well. It seems like the trailer has got a lot of damages, but everything else seems okay.
The trailer's towed away to the garage in Overhalla.
This is what I call a success.
"1,000 kilometers to the south, you enter the territory of rescue boss Bjoern the wolf of Eidfjord.
It's a lot of snow and wind in this year.
For 35 winters, Björn's kept the high roads open. And this season, he has with him experienced tow trucker Sven Arne and Urian, in only his second year as a full-time rescuer. It's 8 p.m. Björn's in the garage. It's from another rescue business, based in the port of Bergen, Norway's second largest city. They need a flatbed crane truck. Because all theirs are busy, they're asking Bjoern for help.
I tell Urian to take one of the small trucks.
Urian sets out on the 125-kilometer journey to the coast.
When I arrive, I see a tractor that has slid off the road and into the mountain wall. The tractor's condition is bad.
The tractor was towing a trailer carrying a 12-ton excavator along a narrow road when it hit ice. Out of control, it skidded off the road, crossed the ditch, then smashed into the cliff. With so much weight behind it, it hit the rocks with such force that the tractor chassis sheared in two. The driver, a local farmer, was lucky and escaped unharmed. But the supersized tractor is a write-off.
The problem is that the tractor is split in half. That's the biggest problem.
Urian meets up with the rescuer from Bergen, Target, to talk tactics. Target's bought a full-size rescue truck, but the tractor's too badly damaged to be towed. Their only option is to transport the tractor on Urian's flatbed.
Challenge is to bring it up to the road and up on my flatbed in one piece.
The back axle is broken and the transmission trashed, so the wheels won't turn. If the tractor splits apart, this rescue will become much harder. They take a winch wire from the flatbed crane and attach it to the tractor chassis, but they'll have to be careful. Urian begins to pull the tractor back.
Because the ice has gone off the road, the friction is quite high.
The tractor crashed on ice, but it's now 5 degrees and raining.
Nej, står stift.
The tyres grip on the tarmac, making a smooth pull even harder.
Stopp där.
The tractor risks splitting until Tage has an idea.
Så hentar jeg bare kjettinger, og så bare surrer vi den sammen så godt vi kan.
Sök.
Tage plans to lash chains around the two separate sections of chassis to keep it together.
Klarar du på att lyfta den helt fram?
Ja.
Now he has to ratchet the chains tight.
Jeg strammer den litt til. Men det er bare for å holde den egentlig. Så tar vi innkjenning på veien, og så ser vi bare om vi klarer å bare få den på plaket.
Time for a second attempt.
Pröva lite.
Bjoern starts the winch.
Jeg tror han er såpass.
The tractor weighs 12 tons. Bjoern winds up the winch power. Across the hills and fjords of southern Norway, in a landscape of snow and ice, it's one man's mission to stand strong against the wild winter weather. Ice road rescuer Thord.
The best truck in the world, 51 tons, standing like hell.
He may have 4 garages, 35 staff, and a fleet of 16 tow trucks, but Thord's never far from the action.
The road is closed everywhere. We have one small van, it's between them. There is 2 more trucks, it slides off the road up here. We have to clean the road.
He's always ready to take on the next rescue, 24/7.
Now I hope I can sleep maybe 1 hour before next call.
It's night. Thord's been working around the clock, but any hope of catching sleep is about to be dashed.
Hello. Hi. But now I've been 2 hard nights for me, so 2 days without sleeping is not good. The brain is not intact. It was not before, but now it's worst. There was one man in the mountain, and he is driving out of the road. He called me and said we have to be quick because it's standing very bad, because it's a very, very dangerous curve.
On a road that reaches an altitude of over 1,000 meters, on a curve that's a notorious accident black spot, a German driver traveling from Norway's capital Oslo to the port of Haugesund has slid out on sheet ice.
Every year we have some crashes up there with trucks and small cars, so I know exactly the place.
Thord knows the location, but doesn't know much about the accident.
The driver tell me that he have 1 flat tire, so we go and take 1 tires with us. But he speak very bad English, so just in case we're driving up there with 2 trucks because we don't know how big the work is.
Thord needs backup, so calls in Andre.
I like to work with Thord.
The experienced Polish-born road rescuer has been Thord's right-hand man for 15 years.
So he taking the big truck from Odda, and I take the small one.
They set out, but road conditions are bad.
This mountain, now it's very cold outside, and it's a little bit snow, and it's icy on the road, and the wind is blowing the ice on the road. So it's really slippery.
It's now past midnight. Thord gets first sight of the truck.
I see when I'm parking behind it, I see there was a broken wheel, but I think it have to be something more. Everything good?
Yes.
Thord meets the driver, then starts to see evidence of more damage. This crash was bigger than he first thought.
You're hitting the crash barrier on the other side?
On the right plank.
In this side, and then...
This side, and then...
Oh, yeah. You see the crash barrier is down. He almost get out of the road.
On a sequence of bends, the driver was approaching a right-hander, but when he tried to turn, lost grip on the ice and plowed straight on. He hit the crash barrier so hard it buckled and bent, but held firm, preventing the truck from tipping over and plunging down a steep bank.
He was pretty lucky that he don't jump down here, because you see it's maybe 40-50 meters down and it's big rocks down here. Then he's finito. Then he's not driving any more truck. This could be a really big crash, because you are driving over to the wrong side of the road and he smashed the crash barrier for maybe 20-30 meters. And the other thing is that if somebody meet him in this curve, big catastrophe.
Thord's seen many crashes on this stretch of road, some with much more serious outcomes.
You know, the snow is polishing the ice because it's so much wind. So it's always slippery in this curve. So everybody have to drive carefully. The road in this mountain is not for fast driving. So I'm very glad when I come to work like this. Nobody is hurt. So
The driver may have been lucky, but needs his luck to hold. The truck's stuck on a dangerous iced-up curve by a crash barrier that's badly damaged. If everyone's to stay safe, Thord and Andre need to make this a quick rescue.
we need to get this truck away from this place, because it's not a good place to stand working behind this curve. Maybe somebody coming and they then can stop and they kill us.
On the coast, Bjoern and Targa's rescue of a smashed-up 12-ton tractor is turning tricky. If they use too little power, the tractor won't move. Too much, it risks splitting in two. But now Bjoern has an idea. The tractor carries a ballast weight to compensate for the trailer load and keep the front wheels grounded. Using an angle grinder, Targa cuts the weight off as Bjoern moves the flatbed to get a better position for the tow-out. The tractor will now be lighter.
So now we're going to try to winch it on top of the flatbed.
Targa rigs up straps to spread the load across the trailer chassis. He then feeds the winch wire through a snatch block pulley.
Snatch block doubles the power.
Det hjälper på då? Ja. Ja. Men vi kom till långt nog att...
Rig in place, Bjoern begins the pull.
Ja.
Starts to rise onto the platform. But then comes to a stop. The winch is too weak. In Odda, Thord and Andre are rescuing a truck that's crashed on an accident black spot. They need to clear the road as quickly as possible. The German driver said the truck needed just one tire, but now Andre's not so sure.
I see that he have not one tire. He have 2 tires. It's kaput. For us, it's easy to change tire in the mountain. But the problem is we only have 1 spare tire with.
2 tires trashed, but with just 1 replacement to hand, Thord's plan doesn't add up.
He is so fully loaded that he not can drive only for 1 tire. So we need 2 tires on the trailer. If not, the tire gonna explode. Many tires broken.
It's a triple axle trailer with only 1 axle working. If it's driven over any distance, the tire will overload and overheat. Andre looks again and has a rethink.
Maybe only air go out. I try to get some air in the tires.
One of the tires jumped off the rim in the impact, but could otherwise be okay.
We have a little bit hope that we can fill one of the tires with air.
The tire needs to be reseated on the rim. Thord plans to blast air into the tire at high pressure, hoping that it seals. But to do this, he first needs to remove the air valve.
I should have some small tools to take out the vent, but I don't think I have that.
Removing a tire valve is a simple job, if you have the right spanner. Trouble is, Thord's lost it.
Ingen? Det ser nett I bilen min, nej.
And now I'm looking all around my vehicle, inside the doors, outside, everywhere, up, down. But I can't find it anywhere. I don't know who I've used it last time, but maybe I have to cut off some finger off people who don't put it on the back on the place again.
Thord thinks it's Andre's fault.
No. Andre have already find it, but he didn't tell me, so it's not good communication.
Andre's 2 steps ahead. He found the spanner and has already removed the valve. Seems that a second night without sleep is having an effect on Thord.
So today we are working really good together. Good team.
Andre takes an airline from the tow truck's compressor to refill the tire.
Hvis vi skubber den først på andre siden da? Hvis vi skubber den først på utsiden da, hvis vi først trykker den på?
Thord begins to manipulate the tire into position, but then sees a problem that makes it pointless.
Oi, så stod jeg der da. Det dekket her. Her. The tire is broken.
Thord's rescue is back to square one.
I cut kaput tire. Ja, it's kaput.
The problem is that the tractor is so big and my truck is so small.
In Eidfjord, Ørjan and Tage are halfway there rescuing a tractor, but halfway is no way in the rescue business.
We struggled to get the tractor up on my flatbed because the winch is not capable of pulling so much.
They need a new plan.
We need to try to use Tage's truck.
Tage reverses into position. With 2 30-ton winches, Tage's truck packs more pulling power.
We use the same setup just by using Tage's truck.
They take the wire from Tage's truck through a pulley on the flatbed, then back to the tractor. Ørjan winds up the winch as Tage keeps close watch.
Tage is standing on top of the flatbed.
The wire tensions, but Tage's putting himself in danger.
If the chain holding the snatch block breaks, he will be standing in the middle of it.
The tractor starts to move. Ørjan winds up the power.
The chain snaps. It was a close call.
On the coast, Ørjan and Tage took a gamble trying to pull a 12-ton tractor using just 1 winch wire. They're lucky to have escaped unharmed. They now know the flatbed winch is too weak and that running a wire from Tage's tow truck is too risky. But there's still one technique they haven't tried. Tage's plan is to use the drawbar from his tow truck to push the tractor from the front. They try again. With the tow truck pushing hard from the front, this time the flatbed winch begins to drag the massive tractor back. The tractor's almost too wide for the platform. Just fits. It's a perfect pull.
Yeah. The plan now is to strap it onto my truck and then transport it away from here.
They take no chances and run heavy chains around the tractor to secure it.
Maybe they'll repair it again.
I don't think so.
Would be much easier if it wouldn't be split in half.
Yeah.
It's very nice to work with Tage. Nice to work with new people sometimes.
Okay, then I go home to my pregnant girlfriend. Bye-bye.
The job went okay. I'm happy.
In Odder, Thord and Andre have discovered that the truck's more badly damaged than they thought. They only have one spare tire, but if they can fit it, there's a chance the truck will be safe to drive slowly down to the garage.
Vi knaller bare på et nytt et her, I og med at det løft på den. Du med?
Today we are very lucky because this is axle he can lift up self.
The trailer's front axle can be raised by the hydraulic suspension, which saves energy and wear when carrying light loads. Andre removes the wheel nuts. Thord fetches the spare, then asks the driver to lift the axle.
Only a little bit. Ja, vet du noe, man? Only the axle, the lifting axle up.
But we get some problems because he don't know exactly how this functions.
Sometimes he take down and we need it up, but good man. What can we do? No, you have to take a little bit up again. Little bit up.
Yeah, he tried to help us, but the problem is the language. I'm really bad, and Andrea is much better than me in language, but it's problem.
När jag träffar han I mitten eller man sänker lite. Nu gör man sänka lite. Then you can take a little bit down. Can you maybe try to get the lifting axle down for trailer, a little bit down? Upp lite. What take down? No.
The driver cannot find this correct position. Try up, try down, and nothing's working.
Once again, it's Andre who saves the day. He figures out the suspension system and raises the axle.
Ja, det sikkert nok det.
Thord fits the wheel with the spare tire, then talks to the driver.
Okay. Maybe we're driving down to my garage in Røldal slowly.
We have to drive down from my garage with one flat tire, but that is no problems. I have to sleep a little bit because if not, suddenly I'm dead.
And I think they need a new crash barrier. If not, it's very easy for next people to go out there.
Cars driving over my wire, and that's not good. Some people are just stupid.
These Norwegian roads are some of Europe's most dangerous. Whether it's in the northern wilderness or the southern fjords, drivers face down hostile conditions.
Stop!
It's enough to send even the best of them over the edge. Throughout Norway, an elite force of rescuers keep the country on the move.
I must keep my mountain open.
And this season, it's game on.
You have to be prepared for everything.
In a business where only the toughest survive.
This go fine.
When danger lies on the road ahead.
Heavy stuff.
The Ice Road Warriors lead their teams into battle.
It's dangerous. Yeah.
Ice roads are tough, but I am tougher.
Think he need my help. I don't think, I know.
I love Norway, I love winters, and I love a lot of rescues.
Across the ice roads of southern Norway, in the depths of winter, there's no one busier than rescue boss Thord Poulsen.
What can we do without snow? Nothing. This was not the easy work.
Thord runs a €6 million rescue and repair business, an empire that expands across 4 garages and employs 35 staff. But if it weren't for the carnage on Norway's carriageways, Thord would be in trouble.
I need the winter, and the winter needs me.
How crazy people can be.
Thing is, when you have a business, you have to be prepared for everything. You never know. You are always hungry for more. If you don't do it like that, you are dead. Hello?
Thord's hard at work on running repairs when the next call-out comes in.
One truck driver called me, and he told me that his colleague was stuck in the mountain. He is out of the road.
140 kilometers south, on a back road, a 35-ton truck delivering steel fittings for a hydroelectric plant has hit the ditch. The truck had traveled 550 kilometers from Sweden when it drove towards the power plant up a steep hill. On the final approach, the driver lost traction on sheet ice. Unable to restart, he got out to fit snow chains for extra grip when the truck suddenly slid back. With no driver and out of control, the truck began to jackknife before the cab slid into the ditch. The truck's now stuck, slewed across the road, only 200 meters from its final destination.
I get some picture on my telephone now. It looks like the truck is almost tipping over.
It's going to be a challenging rescue. Too much for one man. So Thord decides to call in a favor.
Today I've called to Bjoern. Then we are a really good team for this work.
Bjoern Legred's a rescue veteran with 35 years' experience keeping the high roads open. But he's always ready to help out Thord.
Thord and I work very good together.
He heads out west from Eidfjord on the 70-kilometer journey to Thord's headquarters in Odda. The two rescuers rendezvous, then turn south together. En route, Thord phones the driver for more information.
The last 30 meters was extremely slippery. I go out and should put on some chains, and when I get out, the truck starts sliding backwards. Out in the ditch. And the top of the hill is just 20 meters, so yeah, was unlucky.
Icy conditions will make this rescue even more difficult.
I think we need 2 big rescue cars for this truck.
Thord phones his headquarters for reinforcements.
Kjempe, den er good. Ha det. Today we take NJ with 2, and I take my son Eirik with.
Polish-born Andrzej is Thord's trusted right-hand man with 15 years' experience. He's joined by Thord's 18-year-old son, Eirik, who's learning his dad's business. They set out in Thord's biggest tow truck. Just like Björn's, it packs 500 horsepower and has 8-wheel drive for maximum traction.
The road is really slippery, and it's many big curves up here, and it's steep up, so it's not good road today.
By the time Thord and Bjoern arrive, it's dark.
We see a truck that's tried to get up, but he's been not so lucky, so we've been driving out of the road.
Thord heads up the hill to meet the driver.
Hi.
Ble du våt I buksa når du får bakeveldet?
Nei, jeg slapp det.
Du rakk det ikke?
I speak a little bit with the driver now, and he tell me he driving up, and it looks like it was good condition to drive. It was the last hill he want to go up, then he starts spinning.
Han är tung den här, han får inte hjälp till. And you see it's all over to the side, so it's almost tip over. Nice work for good guys.
I see that if he starts sliding anymore, it's maybe 20-30 meters to the curve, and then it's really high down. Then the truck and the trailer and everything is finito.
The driver was lucky that his truck hit the ditch. If it kept sliding straight down, it would have fallen over the steep cliff. Thord and Bjoern begin to plan the rescue. Until Thord spots something. The tank supplies compressed air for the suspension and brake systems.
The problem is that the air tank is on the ground. There is something you can push down under to get out water. And if this get pushed up, then the air go out, and then the brakes get on of the truck and the trailer, and then it's really hard to move.
If the tank empties through the release valve, the brakes will lock on until the system's repressurized. But if the tank ruptures, the truck will need to be towed out for repair.
We have to be careful when we start to rescue this, because it's not a good place to take this truck down from the mountain.
It's not so easy, because now the truck is total on the ground, so we have to be careful so we don't destroy anything.
"1,000 kilometers north, where roads run high towards the Arctic Circle, a fourth-generation ice road rescuer keeps the traffic moving."
We are in charge of over 3,400 kilometers of road.
From his garage in Overhalle, Joe Roger heads an operation with 10 tow trucks and 15 staff. He's ready for anything that winter brings. But today's weather has thrown him a curveball.
It has gone from 15 minus and a lot of snow to 2-3 plus and rain. So it's extremely slippery. It's raining on frozen road, and that's the recipe on disaster.
When cold rain falls after a deep frost, roads turn into ice rinks. Joe Roger's not surprised when the emergency calls start coming in.
Hello.
But he is in for a shock when he hears about his next job.
A brand new combine harvester on its way to the customer.
The combine harvester, manufactured in Finland, was being delivered to a farmer for the summer harvest when it slid off the road on sheet ice. The driver was able to steer it into the ditch, keeping it on its wheels and missing the trees. Which was lucky. It's never been used and is worth over €200,000.
It looks like the harvester is parking flat in the ditch and the driver is still in the scene. We are going to some very special mission tonight.
Joe Roger's taking with him 22-year-old rookie Isak, in only his second season as a rescuer.
I have never recovered any harvester before, not in the winter.
This machine is not made for winter roads.
It's an unusual mission, and one Joe Roger needs to prepare for.
Because it's so slippery, we use it's gravel, and it's bite in the ice and everything.
The gravel could help the combine harvester find traction on the treacherous road surface. It could also help Joe Roger deliver a speedy rescue, because the road authority wants the road cleared quickly.
We have only 1 hour to get this job done.
Joe Roger and Isak prepare to set out. But Joe Roger decides he needs more muscle. He calls experienced rescuer Thorstein, who's finishing another job, and will join them on location.
We will be 3 there, because if you are 3, you will work much faster. And since you have 1 hour, the time is ticking.
Isak takes the flatbed. Joe Roger is 600 horsepower rescue truck, which packs two 20-ton winches. They rendezvous with Thorstein, but as the road's still open, have to park up away from the crash site.
It's a very dangerous curve, and it's you can slide down in it because here it's extreme.
The rescuers prepare for the tow-out.
We have to have a good plan. And with this weather condition and icy roads, you have to be careful as well.
Har du sikkerhetstropp på? For det ikke på denne bilen.
Jeg har to.
Ja, nå tar vi med.
Skikkelig.
This is a very tricky operation. It does not make it easier that it's dark.
The three rescuers lay out the rig.
It has to be careful because this is an extreme expensive machine.
It's also an awkward shape. The combine harvester tows its wide header behind it when traveling along the road.
Må du kjøre i lammet her, da?
Nei, får du til å koble fri, eller? Nei, men i hvert fall det bare rull sånn.
Ja.
Men du må passe på så du ikke trekker slangene her. The plan is to hook 2 inches at the front and pull it up and sideways with the big one. And we take Isaac's car behind here and hold the back end of the harvester and one in the trailer to hold it so it don't slide sideways. Du skal stå her.
Nei, du vil ha stått sånn. Du står her.
Jeg må stå her, fort på.
Pressure is on because the customer is there watching every move we make and he is waiting for his brand new machine.
Jeg stiller den ja, litt nedom det. So now we have to put up the sign. Yeah, we can close the road. Do the mission.
Once he closes the road, Joe Roger has only 1 hour to finish the job. But then he gets a phone call.
There's been some kind of accident.
We got a phone call from the police that we have to wait till the ambulance and police has passed us.
Joe Roger has no option but to delay starting until the police and ambulance pass. But with only 1 hour allowed, the longer he waits, the less time remains for the rescue.
There kommer en ambulance. The police have passed and we're now waiting for an ambulance. Here is the ambulance coming.
So we have to wait 20 minutes till they passed. So now we only have 40 minutes left to do the job.
Lufttankene er på, ikke det? Bak her. Vi må ganske nesten opp med en gang, vi.
In Odder, Thord and Bjoern teamed up to rescue a 35-ton truck delivering steel that slid out on sheet ice.
Hål her, altså. Lys inn her, Bjørn, og se. Hål ned her, altså.
It's stuck so deep in the ditch, the trailer wheels are lifted off the ground, and it's resting on the air tank.
Det var litt djupere ned her, da, men...
If we pull this backwards now, there is a big hole at there. Then the truck wants to go steep down. And then we destroy the tank, and then the truck is without air.
If Thord and Bjoern rupture the air tank supplying the brakes and suspension systems, the truck will have to be towed out for repair.
Ja, vi må sideveis og så rett opp, men vi må være forsiktige med den. Men vi må bare sikre han, så må han bare ned med boggen sin, han. Sånn at vi får opp ifra lufttankene, så vi får luft på dritet.
But before they can start the tow, they need a second tow truck. Right on cue, Andre arrives with Thord's son, Eirik.
Har du bestilt den, Bergi?
Ja.
Now, with 2 big tow trucks to work with, the rescue bosses can get down to business. But first, they need to get 1 truck to the front, and the trailer's blocking the road.
The problem is it's steep up. The truck is really out of the road. So I think we have to try to find a solution to get one of the truck in the front. Because if we start to take this backwards, suddenly it starts sliding by himself.
On such a steep hill, it's vital they get a tow truck to the front to anchor the truck and trailer. If they don't, it could slide down for a second time.
The solution is that I take my truck in the front and Thord is taking his truck back.
Ja, der går jo en vei, Bjørn. Hvordan kjører forbi der, kanskje? Er det råd å kjøre forbi den veien?
Ja, vi kommer ut rett fra mobilen. Det er gamleveien, eller ikke du kan bruke den her på grunn av trafikken til kraftstasjonen.
Ja, men da er det jo bra. We are very lucky today because there is another road.
But the road's little more than a track. Getting Björn's big tow truck around will be a challenging drive.
There is going one road around this curve. So then we can take Björn's truck in the front, because this could be a not so easy work if we don't can pass this truck.
Jeg skal sprenge og hente i kroka, for at hvis jeg tar en dobbelt, så har det plutselig litt mer å gå på. Den der skal til den struppa som er der.
In Overhalle, Joe Rogers rigging a brand new combine harvester that tried to travel on the winter roads but came unstuck on the ice.
Da begynner vi bare å koble på.
The road's closed, the traffic stopped, and they're ready to start the tow out. But then...
Hey! Og på snu oss på kjøreveien når det er stengt da! Ja, jeg sa vi skal feire opp. Nei.
What the are they doing? People are driving past the sign and have no respect for us.
Nei, stengt igjen, altså. Stengt igjen oppe. Men hvem som sa vi skulle kjøre? Kom nå til skal være borte. Ja. Bilen må stenge klokka 9 her.
There are more cars driving over my way. That's not good.
Drivers are ignoring the closure signs, risking the crew's safety.
Ja.
Driving over the winch wires causes damage from road salt grinding into the steel strands.
Some people are just stupid.
It's another delay Joe Roger can't afford. He now has only 30 minutes left for his rescue before the road officially reopens.
Vrid deg litt over. Jeg skal være helt annet.
Now the traffic stopped, Isak moves the flatbed into the road. With his big tow truck forward, Joe Roger will use both 20-ton winches to run wires to the front of the combine harvester. The flatbed stands alongside to take one wire to the rear of the harvester, a second running to the back of the trailer. He'll then power tow the harvester forwards as the flatbed pulls sideways to avoid damaging the connection between the harvester and trailer. Joe Roger now briefs the driver.
Det jeg skal prøve å få til nå, det er at jeg greier å få den inn hit her. Og Isak skal prøve å holde et, skal ikke dra nå, men skal holde så det ikke får til noe.
It's going to be a tricky pull. They can't unhitch the trailer, but also can't risk damaging the connection. And with a value of over 200,000 euro, there can be no slip-ups. Isak starts to winch as Joe Roger watches on.
Kan legge over litt til. Vent litt, Tåle. Så legger du her, så strammer du på her. Ikke stram på mye. Vent litt. Vent litt.
Joe Roger calls a stop.
Vent litt.
Hvor er man nede nå?
Jeg skal bare vri ut det jeg vil ha.
There's too much pressure on the trailer tow bar, and the tow straps risk cutting into the combine harvester's hydraulics.
Vent litt, Tåle.
Det er ikke noe å lure på det. Du kjører rundt, Bjørn. Hvis du står foran han igjen, så tenker du fronten på bilen og drar i den.
In the south, Thord and Bjoern are rescuing a 35-ton truck delivering steel parts to a power station. But success depends on Bjoern using a side road to get his tow truck to the front. First job is to fit snow chains to Björn's tow truck. The side road is sheet ice, so they take no chances. Bjoern drives round. Then Thord guides him into position. Now Thord and Bjoern can make a detailed plan.
Me and Bjoern discussing a lot because we're thinking first take it forwards. This truck is about 35 ton. Then you have to use a lot of power to get it out from this place.
Björn's tow truck can pull 90 tons if it can find grip on the ice. But to raise the truck and trailer out of the ditch, they also need a winch side on.
To bilar. Det blir liten plass.
But we see for 2 big trucks, it's not enough space.
There's no room for Thord's tow truck to get alongside. Then Bjoern has an idea.
La oss ha den kan ene bindes
Ja.
Og så kan han drive seg opp der, og så vinsjen opp, paljebokk, gjennom bilen min, og så inn I hengeren.
Me and Bjoern agreed, and we take 1 wire from my truck to Bjørns support leg.
Det eneste jeg litt redd for at ikke du forstår, at det blir for tungt. Ja, da må vi ut med alle labbene på din, med alle støttlabbene på den I hvert fall. Nei, men det må være en god plan, det.
Björn's truck will stand uphill at the front, Thord's truck at the back, as far to the side as possible. Björn's truck will then run a wire to chains attached to a pull bar on the front of the cab. At the back, Thord will take 1 wire from the boom to the rear of the trailer chassis. His second winch runs a wire to a pulley on Björn's truck, then across to the trailer, with a final wire coming from Björn's truck to a cab wheel. They'll then pull to the front, up, and sideways to bring the truck safely back on the road.
The focus is the truck and the trailer. Save it, not destroy it. Because we have a lot of pressure for the kingpin of the trailer now.
If they don't keep the cab and trailer level during the pull, they could break the connection point, the kingpin. If that shears, they'll have to tow the trailer away.
Yeah, we're going to pull it backwards easy and up from the ditch.
The 4 rescuers begin the rig and get a helping hand.
I'm really happy with the truck driver.
It's not normal that the truck driver helps us. Good man to work.
He go help, take tools, he start working with the tools. It looks like a very clever man. He know exactly what to do it.
Slakk han 2 lengre. Slakk han til 1 eller 2 hakk. We have got a new worker. Good man.
The 2 rescue bosses must get this rig right. They need to raise the truck without damaging either air tank or trailer connection. Every angle on every winch wire will be planned to perfection.
Full sving den veien. Litt til.
Thord positions his tow truck.
Holder det. Så hiver vi veien opp I bilen til Bjørn, rett inn I rammen på hengeren.
He then gives Andre and Eirik precise instructions.
Han rundt hele, du, så vi sikkert rundt øveren. Så vi I hvert fall 110% sikre. Now we take 1 wire from my truck to Bjørn's truck, so we tilt it over.
Eirik attaches the snatch block pulley to the support leg on Bjørn's truck, as Thord decides where to connect the wire.
Kan ha der, den, vet du. Da treffer han jo bra. Bedre å ha en wire for mye enn en for lite.
The rig's about ready, but Thord's not 100% happy.
Ja, men hål nede der.
We have one problem. Inside the back on the truck, there is a big hole behind.
Kunne heve noe, jeg har noen treklosser. Vi kunne heve noen treklosser I grøfta nede der, for når han skal bak noe. Hæ?
Skal I treklosser?
Ja. Because it's stuck on the ground. The tank for air system, everything is down on the ground. So we need it a little bit up, so we not destroy something.
On the back wheel, on the inside of the truck, there we have to need some planks because it's a big hole at there, so it's not got so steep down.
No, men det går det der.
With the planks in place to raise the trailer wheels, they can begin to pull.
Now we can start to pull and get the job done.
Han setter seg inn I han, så legger han over full sving etterpå.
The driver will be in the cab to steer and brake as Thord directs.
Now Bjoern gonna use the winches for the truck in the front, and Andre is gonna use the winches for the truck back.
After a complicated rig, it's time to put Thord and Björn's experience to the test. On a steep hill, on sheet ice, if either truck or tow truck slides, this rescue will end in disaster. In northern Norway, Joe Roger risks damaging a brand new combine harvester valued at over €200,000. He needs Isak and Thorstein to adjust the power from the different winches to minimize stress on the harvester and trailer and check that the tow straps don't catch.
Skal jeg dra I ræva litt, eller?
Det kan jeg gjøre.
Ser du ut på andre siden?
Nei, vi må begynne å rette opp snart.
Jeg kan dra helt inn med kanten, jeg kan ikke?
Jo.
Joe Roger takes the rescue in small, slow steps.
Nå venter jeg, så holder jeg. Skal jeg tøye han litt her, jeg vet at du drar.
He now starts to bring the harvester further forward. The wires from the flatbed are now at an acute angle and risk jamming against the bodywork, but there's no room to move the flatbed forwards.
So we had to improvise something her. Du, Isak, jeg sitter kastblokka borti her med en kjetting. Så tar vi stor treklossen og legger oppå her.
Isak places a snatch block pulley towards the rear of the flatbed to take the wire from the front winch and turn it 90 degrees, giving a better angle for pulling the harvester sideways. But he needs to be quick about it.
There's only 20 minutes left to the deadline the road authorities have set, and we have to hurry up.
Da ser dere det holder. A good plan is a very good plan.
Joe Roger resumes the tow. He needs to be cautious, but the clock's ticking. With the wheels angled in, the harvester starts to move, but now risks sliding back into the ditch.
Jo, vent. Ja.
In order, Thord and Bjoern tension up the winch wires to begin the tow out of a truck that slid on sheet ice and became trapped in the ditch.
Bitte litt for den, André.
I just want to go around and looking to see that everything is going fine.
Så han må bare slippe tilbake, han, og så må han slippe andre veien.
Thord talks the driver through every step.
Prøv å rette litt på hjulene dine. Behold på fotbremsen, du. Ja. Sånn da. Så bare retter du enda mer, du. Der er greit. Litt tilbake igjen. Litt tilbake igjen. Sånn. Sånn, og så bare slipper du det forsiktig bakover. Mater du etter fremme, du? Da fortsett sånn! Og så ned, Bjoern.
Thord keeps watch and in constant communication with the driver.
Du bare slipper han fint bakover, for nå er han på rett vei. Du trenger ikke dra han mer inn. Han er nesten oppå bak. Der er greit.
Thord pauses the rescue.
Nå kan vi bare hive vekk den.
One winch wire is beginning to catch.
Bare vekk med den.
He removes the wire.
Ja.
Then continues the pull.
Du svinger litt ene til den veien nå. Så kommer hjulet fortere oppå.
They place metal grids beneath the driving wheels to give grip on the ice.
Litt mer den veien, sånn, ja. Han er oppå bak, ser du, alle hjulene.
The trailer's up, but the cab is still caught in the ditch. Thord moves the wooden blocks to help the cab wheels climb up.
Now the rescue goes on ice, so now we are almost up. So now we can winch a little bit more, and then he can drive by himself.
Very good. No problem. Very good work. The best team on the best place.
Job done. The rescuers pack up the rig.
Utrolig at det gikk bra. Now we only go a little bit back and then he drive upset.
Det har gått å si her da.
Det har gått bra. Ingenting.
Now the truck is up. Everything looks good. We go, me and the truck driver go beside the truck. He go with the light and looking. He very happy. We don't destroy anything.
Det var dette hålet her, så det var fint å bygge i.
Many times the planks rescue the rescue.
The truck's back on the road, but will it now get up the hill?
Jeg skal prøve meg, ja. Ja, det går så. Nå må jeg meg opp.
Bra på en kjetting, eller?
Prøve å komme opp til topp.
Ja, bare gi gass. Det har begynt å bli så bak nå, kanskje.
The ice is thawing. The driver thinks he's in with a chance.
No problem for him. He's a very good driver. He's driving for many years. The best.
Time to see if he's as good as Thord thinks.
Takk for hjelpen, forresten. Som kom oppe da.
Now we have done a really good work. So now I'm gonna buy pizza for Bjoern, Eirik and NJ. Everybody have working fantastic together.
Back in Odda, in his headquarters, Thord's back on desk duty. He has 16 tow trucks out on the road, and business is booming.
I think this have to be a new record with the accidents. Everybody is driving out of the road.
But lots of jobs creates a lot of paperwork.
Hello.
And the calls never stop.
Now I get the phone call. There is a truck. It's stuck on a narrow road.
A heavy tanker was heading to Bjoern, Norway's second largest city, with a full load of heating oil for a hospital, when it lost traction on ice. It's now wedged tight against the crash barrier on the wrong side of the road.
Yes.
It's a big job, but Thord's stuck at his desk.
I like to do the work, but what can we do? So tonight I called to NJ. He is a good man to have in the mountain. So he's taking the big truck from Odda.
Riding shotgun is rookie Terje, who's worked with Thord for 1 year.
On this job, Andre is the boss. I'm just there to help.
After a 40-kilometer drive from the garage, Andre and Terje arrive and realize just how slippery the road surface is. They then get the full story from the driver.
My changer is broken. I try to fix it and put it on new, and then it begin to slide back away.
When the truck came to a stop, the driver stepped out to fit snow chains to gain grip. But then the 50-tonner started sliding towards him.
I follow the car and jump over. You see on the snow where I jump.
The driver jumped clear, but the out-of-control truck crossed the carriageway and slammed into the crash barrier.
He is very lucky about where he ended up.
As Terje takes in the driver's lucky escape,
A little bit difficult because we must take 2-3 things
same time.
Andre recce's the rescue.
Är du lastat full?
Ja.
Ja.
38 000 liter.
It's a heavy load, and Andre must take care not to damage the tanker.
Wait, I make plan. This plan is so we take the front, so pull this way. Det betyder från att en motor och en sätter på kättingar på bägge sidor. Att vi sikrar. Vi går som cirka här.
Med rumpa?
Att vi kryssar allt stopp på skrå här. Ja. Så drar vi han att han limmar det ut från vägen.
It's a two-stage tow-out. First, they'll pull from close range to clear the trailer from the crash barrier, then reposition to get the truck back onto the road. But before they begin, they must remove the bull bar from the front of the cab. This gives access to a towing point that connects directly to the chassis. But they're not ready to start. Andre is concerned about the road conditions.
I think we must make safely this car also, because if not, so maybe we crash with him.
Before they begin, they need to fit snow chains to the tow truck. If not, Thord's favorite 32-ton rescue vehicle could become another crash casualty. In Overhaller, snow and ice are also making Joe Rogers' rescue of a combine harvester harder than he'd hoped. But now he thinks he's got the solution to hand. Joe Roger came well prepared, bringing gravel to give the harvester's wheels a better grip on the ice. Now the road surface is treated, he tries again.
Stopp litt, den. For nå kan du vri deg litt sånn, for det er som har styringen på alle.
So far, so good. Almost up.
Rett opp.
The delivery of the brand new €200,000 combine harvester is back on track.
Yes, we did it.
Joe Roger takes no chances. He tells Isak to tow it to a safe parking spot.
We are finished. The combine harvester will be stored in the garage where it belongs in the winter. I'm very happy with this operation. Everything went well. This is the best harvester rescue we have done this winter, but it's the only one.
In Odder, Andre's fitting snow chains to the tow truck before attempting to rescue a 50-ton tanker. Trouble is, the temperatures hit -5 degrees, and Andre's dreaming of warmer weather.
But I not like winter. I want to Africa. Much better. In Africa, I have no snow. Lucky people.
Yeah. Good.
Terrier helps him out, then completes the rig. Now they're ready to start. Terrier controls the winch as Andre keeps close watch. At the back of the trailer, the guardrail has come loose and could catch on the barrier. They must not cause any more damage, so take the tow slow and steady. The trailer's clear.
So far, it's going pretty good.
But Andre and Terrier now face a bigger challenge. The road's busy, the surface is treacherous, and they need to get the 50-tonner back on its journey, delivering heating oil to a hospital as quickly as possible.
There is some heavy traffic on scene and we have to take it easy so we don't hurt ourselves or cause an accident. Now the hard part begins.
On sheet ice, the truck is still unable to be driven out without a tow.
His chains right now are pretty bad. One is totally broken and one is halfway off.
The driver had tried to fit snow chains, but his truck slid away before he could finish the job. The chains are now ruined and jammed in the wheels and could get stuck in the chassis. They inch the truck forward to try to remove them. But now face another problem.
We have no chain. And no chance.
Normally the tow truck carries spare chains, but not tonight.
We had a little mix-up, so we thought we had some extras, but we actually didn't. Luckily we found one, so now we get two on our truck and he's gonna borrow one from us.
They remove one chain from the tow truck, then transfer it to the tanker. But before they can begin stage 2 of the tow, Andre and Terje need to make the road safe.
The traffic is still going both up and down the mountain.
It's too much cars. It's a very big traffic because it's Friday night, Friday evening. So many people drive to the cabin on the mountain.
In Norway, people head out at weekends to their cabins in the country. Terje calls the road authority to stop the traffic. The last few cars pass. Andre moves the tow truck into position. Then Terje briefs the driver.
Og så når lina begynner å bli stram, så skal du begynne å hjelpe til. Men du må ikke spinne, siden da ryker du kjettingen igjen.
Andre begins to pull the truck forward. This needs to be a smooth, controlled tow.
Yep. Rett opp hjula. Andre vei.
Job done. The truck is now back on the right side of the road. One lane can reopen to traffic.
I think the traffic is very happy right now. So now everybody can go home or go to their cabins and call it a day.
Thord's son, Eirik, arrives from the garage in Odda. He's brought more chains.
Jeg glemmer og du huker. Ja. Sånn. Common sense. That's a good thing.
New chains fitted. Now the truck's about ready to go. Except for one final job.
I think Terje one broken the truck.
The broken guard at the back of the trailer needs removing.
You need education to do this?
Terje takes on the challenge.
Now I'm gonna take this home with me and work out. So I can finally beat the boss. Now we can finally go home because we're done and I want to go to bed and sleep.
When you come to this place, it looks very easy. But when you go around the car, you see there is a lot of problems.
De har liksom alle ting var helt litt sånn imot her.
You can destroy a lot of things under the car. So now we have big problems.
These Norwegian roads are some of Europe's most dangerous. Whether it's in the northern wilderness or the southern fjords, drivers face down hostile conditions. It's enough to send even the best of them over the edge. Throughout Norway, an elite force of rescuers keep the country on the move.
I must keep my mountain open.
And this season, it's game on.
You have to be prepared for everything.
In a business where only the toughest survive.
This go fine.
When danger lies on the road ahead.
Heavy stuff.
The Ice Road Warriors lead their teams into battle.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Ice roads are tough, but I am tougher.
Norway's roads are under siege. From extreme winter weather and the 250 million tons of cargo that are carried every year.
To work in this area like a tow trucker, it's really hard. You have to know the roads, and there is so many different accidents.
In the south, in Odda, Thord Paulsen heads up a €6 million rescue and repair business.
The conditions at these roads in these days, it's terrible. I think to drive in these roads in Norway, it's very, really bad.
Surveys state that 30% of traffic fatalities could be prevented by increasing investment in safer roads. But until that happens, Thord and his team put their lives on the line.
It's my mission to guard its roads.
It's late. Thord's already done a day shift.
But it's weather for towing.
Fresh snow is forecast to fall through the night. Thord heads back to the garage, but knows he's going to be kept busy.
Yeah.
Another mission comes in. A truck was going uphill when suddenly the trailer broke free, smashed down onto the road, then skidded to a stop. It now blocks one lane of European Highway E134.
This is the road between Odda, Haugesund and Oslo, and there is a lot of traffic at this road. So this is not a good road to have closed.
The road connects central Norway to the coast, winding its way across the southern mountains, rising to an altitude of over 1,000 meters. It's tight, tortuous, and notorious for accidents. The truck and trailer are 35 kilometers from the garage, and Thord needs a wingman. On shift tonight is his 18-year-old son, Eirik.
Now Eirik's 18 years. He has driving license. So he started working in my company for full time. This is, for me, very good.
I want to be a good worker who knows everything about the rescue. I want to be a master.
Thord and Eirik head straight out on the 35-kilometer drive to find the truck.
The truck and trailer is standing in the road. He had big problems. Now it's broken, it's damaged.
When they arrive, the Slovakian driver's waiting for them.
Hei, hei.
Jeg har falt andre kjøring.
Hæ?
Jeg har falt andre kjøring.
Han er knekt der.
So I am driving 15 years, but this is first time.
I don't know exactly what's happened with this trailer, but when the truck stays like this and it's ice, this could be dangerous.
The trailer unhitched without warning. The driver was lucky that it came to a stop. If not, it could have crashed into traffic, causing a major accident.
The trailer is standing like this, and the support legs is broken.
Fullt lass?
Ja, kanskje 6.
60?
6.
6 ton?
Det er karton, velpapp.
6 ton inside?
Ja, inside.
Only 6 ton?
Ja.
Jeg skjønner ikke hvorfor de der labbene har knekt med så lite lass på.
Thord takes a closer look.
The trailer is really heavy in the front because he have loading everything in the front because he need pressure for the driving wheels to get up the hill. So he have all the load in the front.
When the front of the trailer crashed down, the support legs may have been damaged. The trailer's now unstable and could start sliding straight into oncoming traffic.
Her har vi problemer. Ja.
Thord calls in his team to help control the traffic.
Ja, vi må ta et lite møte vi nå. For her må ikke vi lage til trøbbel her, for da blir det kaos. Vi må stoppe trafikken helt nede på flaten, nede i Merøldal. Du sier til hans sistemann som kjører at når han har passert oppe her, så at han fløyter. Er du med? Og det samme må de som kjører nedover gjøre. Da kjører du ned. Ja. Og så må dere to bare snakke i lag.
Thord can't completely close the busy road, but because it's a single carriageway, he needs the crew to act as traffic lights, allowing vehicles to pass in only one direction at a time. This should prevent a head-on collision, but will make Thord's job more dangerous as he tries to secure the trailer.
Å fy alle. Gå i.
1,000 kilometers north, in Overhalla, the winter snow lies deep. Keeping the roads open is the responsibility of a fourth-generation rescue and repair business. At its head, Joe Roger.
It's going to be a very long night.
Second in command is 26-year-old son, Ole Henrik.
This year we have expanded the business with a couple of contracts that generates more works.
Joe Roger and Ole Henrik lead a 10-man crew across 3 garages.
It's a great teamwork.
And together, they're responsible for a massive territory.
We have over 3,400 kilometers of road to keep open, and we will.
It's late afternoon and already dark when Ole Henrik takes an emergency call. In temperatures below -10 degrees, a milk tanker making deliveries was heading back to base when it approached a bend. A ridge of snow obscured the curb. The tanker clipped the ditch, then plowed off-road, jackknifed, then tipped. It's now up to 10 meters from the tarmac in a deep drift. The driver's been taken to hospital and the tanker trailer took a big hit. It's only 6 months old and is worth €300,000.
We need Thorstein to help us with this.
Both Joe Roger and Ole Henrik are busy, so Thorstein will have to take charge. It's his 3rd season as a road rescuer, but Thorstein also brings 10 years' experience as a mechanic, working on buses and big trucks.
Thorstein is a nice guy to have on the team. He's a guy that knows a little bit about everything.
Thorstein takes the rotator, a 20-ton rescue truck with a platform winch that turns 360 degrees. It's a short 20-kilometer drive to reach the location. Thorstein wastes no time in assessing the tanker.
I walk around the truck to get a good overview of the damages.
Everything is very destroyed.
He calls the owner of the tanker for an update on the driver.
The driver is already at the hospital and have some smaller injuries.
Ja, han viktigast. Resten bare peng. The truck is staying deep in the ditch. It's also a lot of damage on the cabin of the truck and a little damage at the trailer.
It's a complicated crash scene. Thorstein now thinks he's come undergunned.
I need some extra hands. I'm gonna call Isaac and the big rescue truck.
He makes the call and reaches Isaac, a 22-year-old rookie who only started working in Overhalla last season.
I was on another mission with a big truck and had to hurry up and get to Thorstein.
As Isaac drives, Thorstein briefs him.
I think we need the 2 trucks to get it up from there.
Then, as he waits, begins to plan the rescue.
The plan is to disconnect the trailer from the truck and pull up the trailer first and the truck afterwards.
It will be a 2-part rescue. First, he'll disconnect the trailer from the truck. Then he'll bring in the big tow truck to the rear with the rotator to the side. The big truck takes one wire to the rear of the trailer, the rotator's boom connecting to a sling around the trailer body. As the big truck pulls back, the rotator will stop the trailer from tipping and bring it sideways towards the road. They'll then reposition and repeat the operation with the truck, pulling it back from the tree and then to the side. Right on cue, Isaac arrives. Thorstein brings him up to speed.
Det akkurat det der for frigjort kroken som kan være kjærkott da.
Thorstein's plan relies on being able to separate the trailer from the truck. They're connected by a kingpin, but the force of the crash rammed the trailer drawbar beneath the truck, and it's jammed in tight.
This is a big problem. We have to solve this before we can pull the trailer up off the ditch.
Det henger etter noe, kan du dette helt ned denne? Han henger jo kun etter. Ja, fy.
In Odda, Thord and his son Eirik are rescuing a trailer that unhitched from its truck when heading up a hill. The support legs are buckled, risking it crashing down and sliding back on the ice.
Vi får prøve å koble oss på. Hvis ikke det går, Eirik, så må vi bare unna, og da må noen reise og hente palle eller dekk eller noe så vi får legge unna.
Thord needs to act quickly. The trailer park blocks a main road, and with one lane still open to traffic, it could cause a major accident.
Can you take this truck from here, no?
Maybe, yes.
Because I need to have my towing truck in the front.
It's no problem, maybe.
The driver fires up the engine to remove his truck. But there's another problem.
Hva slange som leker? Den?
The pipe that feeds the trailer's air brakes was damaged in the crash. If Thord can't fix the leak, the truck will keep losing pressure and its brakes will not release.
Try now and see. Try.
He jams the pipe into the chassis to seal the leak.
It's good. You can go. You can drive. MacGyver!
It's a temporary fix, but works well enough to get the truck away.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Thord's attention turns now to securing the trailer.
Så dirigerer meg inntil da, og hun treffer sånn noenlunde beint på.
He drives his tow truck around to the front. Then Eirik directs him in.
Now we have to see if we can reach the kingpin for this, and then I have to lift it. Try to see if I can take it to the top.
Thord's plan is to extend the forklift from his tow truck and attach it to the trailer's connection point, the kingpin. If this works, he could tow the trailer to the top of the hill to safety.
Now I put on a special semi-couplung. You're gonna connecting the kingpin of the trailer, and then we can lift it up.
He attaches the coupling, the same type used on the truck that was towing the trailer. Now he needs to line up the forklift beneath the kingpin.
Det ser ut som det blir litt for høyt, dette her.
I think we get a little bit problems to get under my forklift, because this is like this, and here we have like this. So I think it's too high to get under.
Da slipper vi ned bommen litt, og så får vi trille bilen så langt bak vi får han da. Bare stopp meg når jeg nesten kommet inntil du da.
Now when I go backwards with the big truck, Eirik standing and looking where I'm gonna go, because this is not easy. You have to be 100% straight. If not, then this kingpin not fits in the kopplung.
Litt mer over den vei. Ja.
Eirik helped me directly in the right position.
Jeg får bare legge den helt ned på så.
The gap beneath the trailer is tight.
Vent litt, der går ikke den. Stopp der litt.
If they don't connect, the trailer could slide back. But it's touch and go whether the forklift will reach underneath.
Bare prøv. Ja, bare fortsett. Tipp han litt lenger ned. Nei, han helt I bånn. I nå, nei, jeg vet ikke, bare prøv litt til. Han tipper. Skvatt noe lagt unna. Noen paller eller et eller annet.
Tror jeg vil prøve å strekke det ut. Nei, du bare dratt det bak med kroken på.
Ja, det kan vi gjøre.
In Overhalla, Torstein and Isak's rescue of the milk tanker relies on separating the trailer from the truck.
The trailer coupling was a little bit broken, so we couldn't get it out on the first try.
The drawbar and kingpin were crushed tight in the crash, so Isak suggests they winch them apart.
Vi får se da. Now we're gonna get the strap over the milk tank, connecting the rotator arm, so we can steer it a little and pull it in the direction of the road.
They rig a strap from the rotator and attach a tow wire from the big truck to the back of the trailer.
Ja.
Torstein starts the pull,
Han ligger I kanten på det skjøret.
but needs to be cautious.
We have to be careful so we don't damage it anymore.
If they pull the trailer backwards, keeping it supported by the rotator, there's a chance the truck will tilt a little back onto its wheels.
Kan bare bekke med seg bilen.
This should straighten out the coupling. so they can separate the truck and trailer.
The truck is almost brand new. We have to be extra careful.
They don't want to cause any further damage to the tanker, worth close to €300,000. As the tanker moves back, the drawbar begins to come free. Now they can try to separate the coupling. Thorstein has to do it the hard way. He's going to force the drawbar free.
Finally, we could disconnect the hatch lock, and then we can pull it backwards.
With the truck and trailer separated, Thorstein can continue the tow out.
Now we have to move the heavy rescue truck to get a better angle, and then we have to close both lanes. We have to call the road authorities to tell them that we close the road.
Thorstein makes the call. The evening rush hour is about to start, so the road authority gives Thorstein little time for the rescue.
We have 30 minutes before we have to open the road again.
They complete the rig. Then power up the winches. The trailer's empty, having made its deliveries of milk, but still weighs over 6 tons.
Even though it's empty, it's pretty heavy.
The trailer's not moving. Stop! Thorstein's rescue needs a rethink. In the south, Thord and his son Eirik are trying to connect their tow truck's forklift to a damaged trailer. If they get this wrong, the unsecured trailer could slide down the hill on a main road that's still open to traffic.
Yeah, my son is never giving up. He said it's gonna go. So now I'm gonna go in my truck and gonna find some jacks, and then I'm gonna help lifting with that so we get it a little bit higher up.
If Thord can gain a few centimeters more clearance, Eirik could steer the forklift through.
Bare dra den inn. Jeg skjønner ikke hva han fester seg I det.
I love to work with my father because you learn so much.
Er noe annet, sa han? Nå står jeg der, altså. Nå kan du bare skyve den utover.
Thord and Eirik must keep stopping to let traffic pass.
Kommer du lenger ut, ja?
But they've aligned the tow truck coupling with the trailer.
Vi gode. Ja.
He is a very good man for me to have with me. He knows everything, this man. Like father, like son.
But it's a little early for celebrations. The job's only half done.
Nå det noe å sikre den tralloa I, så vi ikke sklir. Ellers får vi bare stikke den unna, så ser vi får feste på etterpå, men det jo livsfarlig. For hvis vi løfter opp nå, hvis den begynner å skli, da seiler den.
The trailer hitch is not locked on.
Kjør ut denne veieren her, da.
Thord attaches a tow wire to prevent the trailer from sliding back into traffic.
Jeg tror jeg må sette I den der bolten nå,
Then goes to place the security bolt through the hitch. Crawling underneath, he puts himself in danger. Should the trailer coupling slip now, Thord could be crushed. It's a task made even more perilous by the passing traffic. But Thord does it. Now he needs to prepare his truck for the tow.
Og så tror jeg slipper bilen bakover. Og når jeg tar av håndbrekket på min bil, så drar du den inn. Problem is this, we have the arms so very long out.
To reach beneath the trailer, they fully extend the forklift. But it's too far out to tow. It could bend or even break under the strain. Thord must creep the rescue truck backwards as Eirik winds the forklift in. In Overhalla, it's the rush hour. Torstein and Isak are fighting time to rescue a milk truck. The road's closed and must reopen soon. They've separated the trailer from the truck, but can't tow it out because the air brakes are jammed on.
The trailer has some damages and no air, and we have to find some solutions to get air on it, so we can release the brakes.
Without air, the brakes lock on for safety and will only release when repressurized.
Air leak here. Yeah, it isn't possible to get the brake off.
Torstein has to fix the air leak. But the severe winter weather makes his job harder.
The air pipe is so cold, so it will just break when we try to bend it.
As night falls, the temperature drops towards minus 20 degrees, making the plastic air pipes brittle.
We have to be creative to solve it.
Torstein's previous experience as a mechanic kicks in. He creates a new connection close to the trailer body, then brings an air hose from the tow truck's compressor.
We have to use the emergency system to release the brakes.
Yeah.
The system repressurizes and the trailer brakes come free.
It's a lot of cars that are heading over here. Just hurry a little bit. Let them through.
Torstein's under pressure to work quickly and reopen the road. He tensions up the tow strap. Then piles on the power.
The trailer is up on the road, and now we can tow it away from the sea.
With the trailer gone, the road can reopen, but only for a short time. Torstein and Isak still face their biggest challenge, pulling the 16-ton truck from the deep snowbank.
The snow and the angle makes it very heavy to pull up.
In southern Norway, Thord and his son Eirik are trying to rescue a trailer that part blocks the E134, the road that connects central Norway to the coast.
This truck is in a really bad position, so this we have to get away from here before we get a big bang.
One lane still open to traffic, endangering the rescuers and risking a pileup.
And now we have to drive this from this place.
Thord's hitched up his tow truck to the trailer, but he's not ready to start.
Now I need to connect air from my tow truck to the trailer.
Ja, då kan vi bruka den här också.
The trailer's air brakes are locked on and will only release when connected to the tow truck's air supply. He gets the auxiliary air pipe.
This is way too short, so this I don't can drive with, so I have to find another solution.
Vi brukar den då.
Now I try to find the right koppling for the air. I'm looking for everything, but I don't have anything fits.
Hvis vi tar den. Og der.
Hvorfor ble ikke du det på den?
Nei, det ble feil det.
Det ble feil.
Now I have to think. I'm tired in my head. I'm hungry. This is no function.
Det var vondt. Da sitter vi litt i saksa, men da må vi tenke fort.
Suddenly we're thinking a little bit more.
Det blir den røde. Da skal bremsene gå av.
And then we find the right path, and now we can get the brakes off, and that have to be enough.
Sånn, men vi får bare en til å funke da. Men da har ikke vi bremser, altså. Det får noen bare våge seg.
Thord's solution should make the trailer brakes release, but he won't be able to apply them during the tow.
Det jo litt skummelt da, hvis du skal bremse opp det.
Ja.
It's a risk, but he has no option.
Sånn. Ja, men da får vi prøve å se om bilen står her, eller om vi reiser.
In heavy traffic and worsening weather, he needs to get the trailer away to a safe place now.
Ja.
I take the trailer to a big parking place, to the control station. We have to park it there.
With no working brakes on the trailer, Thord takes it slow. At the parking area, he catches up with the Slovakian driver.
Du vil ikke reise og få deg et nytt feste på svingskjeva di? At det kanskje er helt utsliten, sånn at jeg tror jeg ville gjort det.
Absolutt. The coupling for the trailer has failed once, and Thord fears it will fail again.
I tell the truck driver, you have to change this before you go anywhere. Maybe he go and he lose it again, then can be a big catastrophe.
And that's not the driver's only problem.
Og så får du, når du kommer hjem igjen, får deg nye støttelapper.
He's had a disastrous day.
Da reiser vi ned.
But Thord can only see a bright future for the family firm.
I'm very happy now. Gonna use Eirik for work like this.
Det har vært en god dag i dag.
Ja.
He know everything who can go wrong, so he's a very clever man to only be 18 years old.
Hva har du tenkt deg da?
Med rotatoren bak var det lettest. Og så storvinsten bak, og så bare...
In the far north, Torstein and Isak are partway through rescuing a nearly new milk tanker worth €300,000. The trailer's away, but the truck is still stuck fast in deep snow. And now, Isak spots another problem.
There is a big tree stump we have to try to remove.
If they tow the truck across the stump, it could rip into the chassis.
Den ligger jo på den.
Skal vi ta bånd rundt og så vinsjen ut?
Men det kan jo kappe av litt, og vi har jo morsdag. So I'm gonna use the chainsaw.
In a country with more than 10 billion trees, chainsaws are essential equipment. Torstein gets to work.
After I have saw it with a chainsaw, Isak could pull it away with the wire.
Ja. Works every time.
Finally, we can start a rescue of the truck.
The plan is for the big tow truck to pull from the rear as the rotator controls a sling running around the tanker body. This will stop it from tipping as it's pulled back towards the road. First, Torstein calls the road authority to stop the traffic. He gets the all clear.
Ja.
Now he can begin the tow out.
Ja, man her, ja.
Han kommer, ja.
The two tow trucks pack 100 tons of pulling power. They begin to muscle the truck out of the snow. But it's rising up a steep bank, so they ramp up the power.
Oi!
But suddenly have to stop. The 20-ton truck is tipping. In the south, in Odda, it's -5 degrees. In the hills, after heavy snow, Thord's rescuing one car when another call comes through.
Hallå. Vad ser du? I only know that there is a car who are driving out of the road.
An Audi saloon lost traction on thick ice and slid down a steep bank. Saved by a tree, it now stands at a 50-degree angle above a deep drop.
I know the place. This place I have a lot of works.
As Thord's too busy, someone else will have to take the job on.
I send Terje for a work in the mountain.
Rookie Terje's only been working 1 year for Thord, but has 5 years' experience rescuing cars. He's keen, but sometimes shows more enthusiasm than experience.
Du gjorde ikke alt du kunne, du hadde alt for stor fart.
He's even crashed the boss's tow truck.
Du har ikke kjøretrening til å kjøre på disse veiene. Nå må du lære, for nå er det andre gangen på kort tid.
Now he has to prove himself as a responsible rescuer.
To work with Thord, it's an experience in itself, but it's quite fun.
He takes Thord's call.
Thord gives me a call about a car that has skidded off the road and into the ditch.
A car rescue should be in Terje's comfort zone. But arriving on scene, he's taken aback.
I didn't think it was this bad.
The only thing that's holding the car up right now is that one tree.
He now takes a closer look.
Grått här.
How we ended up in the ditch, I am not sure.
Terje finds a contact number for the driver, then calls him.
Hej du, det du som har kört en Audi A5? Yeah.
The driver suffered no injuries in the crash and is close by.
The car just spun at the top, so we pushed in the brakes and it just ran backwards and out of the road.
It was a simple accident, but is shaping up to be a challenging rescue.
I think I might be able to do it with just my truck. Maybe.
The trouble in this scenario is that wherever you try to pull the car, there is an obstacle you have to maneuver around. So there is a tree on one side, a bush on the other side, and a rock on the third side. Under the car there are tons of rocks.
Jeg tror det beste er faktisk å dra den fremover og sideveis I stedet for bakover.
If I just hook my wire into the trailer hitch on the car and pull it backwards, I would just destroy the entire car.
Terje can't risk wrecking the car. If he does, Thord will have to pick up the bill.
This job is not easy at all.
I'm going to be a little bit in front of him. I'm going to use my boom at the back of my truck and I'm going to lift it gently. I'm also going to use my rear winch as well and hook it to the front wheel of the car.
First, Terje will angle his tow truck across the road. The front winch will run over the boom to a rear wheel to lift the car up, clear of the rocks. The rear winch will take a wire to the front wheel. Then Terje will wind in gently, controlling the movement of the car to avoid wrecking the chassis as it's pulled back onto the road.
Den skal vi ha. Så tar vi en til, så tar vi en I frontfelgen.
I started connecting two straps, one to the front wheel and one to the back wheel.
Most people don't know that actually the rims is one of the strongest parts of the car. I haven't broken one yet. Så står jeg med rumpa cirka her og kjører ned labben og kjører på bommen så høyt opp jeg kan. Så må vi ta det litt sånn stegvis.
Terje's got it all worked out. But the more he looks at the car and then at the rocks and trees, the more doubt begins to creep in.
I think I need 2 trucks for this one. I only have 2 winches, but I need a third one just to be safe, so the third one can pull it backwards while I'm stabilizing it and pulling it sideways.
He comes to a big decision.
First, I make a plan to try and use only one truck, but I figure out that I need another one. So I call the man himself. I call Thord.
Overhaller, Torstein and Isak's rescue of a milk tanker risks tipping their tow truck.
Da skal vi rite hele bilen.
Ja, vi må sette den litt annerledes, ja.
Isak goes to move it. Then...
Mulig.
The road's closed, but some drivers ignore the signs.
Han ga jo full gass bortpå her, altså. Full pressa forbi.
And when you have to close the roads, people don't respect the signs, and we have to be careful.
Now the tow truck's in a better position. They drop the support legs for stability. Then continue the rescue.
Vi er på stø kurs her nå. Målet.
Jeg tror det er fin kurs det.
Ha litt å gå på.
Sånn, ja. The truck is up on the road and we have to reposition it, so it only takes one lane.
The truck completely blocks the road.
Then maybe it's the last rule.
Thorstein re-rigs to finish the job.
Er det noe passer her nå?
Ja, men det er greit.
One lane's now clear. Thorstein calls the road authority.
Hei, Torstein. Da har vi åpnet veien opp på Mørkve, Hølandet.
The road reopens to the evening rush hour traffic.
Det er vi. Hei, hei. Now it's only one thing left to do. It's to tow it to our garage.
The truck's been heavily damaged in the crash. It will be towed to Overhaller, then assessed for repairs.
All in all, the rescue went very well. The truck is no more damaged than it already was.
Ja, nei, jeg tror jeg vil ha deg her som en sikkerhet også.
In the south, rookie rescuer Terje's phoning his boss, Thord.
Ja, han står jo og lener seg inn til et tre, da, men jeg hadde kanskje klart den, men jeg skulle gjerne hatt den bakover samtidig som jeg løfter og drar sideveis, men jeg har bare 2 vinsjer, jeg har ikke 3.
Terje wanted to prove himself, recovering a car that's crashed down a hillside, but he's now decided it's too risky without a second tow truck.
I got a call from Terje. He told that he need help. He's afraid to do some more damage on the car, so now I have to go help him.
Yes, greit da. Nei.
Thord and Eirik are close by.
Der kommer den der.
So Terje is not waiting long to see if he's made the right call.
Er det her? Oi, han kjørte I 3 år, ja. Han har nok kjørt litt ut for den her, da. I see that this car is really out of the road. I see the car is standing into a big tree. Det var liksom alle ting var helt litt sånn imot her. Og ja, nå har vi fått så skikkelig smell nede der også. When you come to this place, it looks very easy. But when you go around the car and you're looking under the car, beside the car, you see there is a lot of problems.
Here we have small work. Not small, but this is not so good to take from this place.
The challenge with this work is that you have to take it very carefully from this place. If not, you can destroy the diesel tank, you can destroy a lot of things under the car.
Du ser sikkert hva jeg tenker.
Jeg ser hva du tenker.
I'm glad Terje called. This is better do with 2 trucks.
Have to think a little bit. We have to make a good plan. It's easier to take a big trappers on the side. This is more work if you don't want to destroy a lot of things. Now we have make a plan. Du skulle egentlig ha stått her en plass, du vet du. Så får jeg bare dra den forsiktig oppover I ræva, og så holder du bare styringen på den. Det må bli sånn som det, for han må bare på skrå opp den der.
Thord's truck will position towards the back of the car, running one wire down to the rear wheel. Terje's truck will stand alongside, taking a second wire high up from the boom to the rear wheel with a third wire to the front. They'll then raise and pull the car at the rear, as well as pulling sideways at the front, working slowly to ease it towards the road.
My plan is that we can regulate the trucks downwards, sideways, and we can take it a little bit up. Then we have full control for the car.
Thord and Terje make final checks. Then, begin the tow.
Ja. Så drar du litt i framme. Bare vent litt. Så har du litt mer framme. Så har du litt mer med rammevinsjen din, så vi får den litt frem igjen. Der, vent litt. Ikke så mye. Sånn, så drar du litt til framme. Ja, det går det. Vet du, nå har vi så fin vinkel på nå, at nå vil han tippe andre veien nå.
It's a precision pull, taken in small steps.
Vent litt grann. Går det der, da? Drar du litt der fremme, Terje? Drar jeg litt bak. Så napper du litt grann frem med rammevinsjen din. Bitte litt. Ja, sånn, ja, hold han der. Og så tar du bitte litt grann til fremme. Så drar du litt i rammevinsjen din. Sånn, ja, hold det. Så tar du litt til fremme. Ja. This was well done work, no damage, you see, nothing, you see it's a lot of rocks, but everything went fine. Make a good plan, then everything is good. Her har jeg dratt opp mange biler. Everything, the same thing happened in this place.
If you not have done this work before, don't try to do it alone, because then you destroy the car in pieces.
Thord's tow-out may have saved the car from further damage.
We don't make any scratches. It's good.
But it's still been badly beaten up by the crash.
Har dere tenkt å kjøre, mann, eller?
Jeg er kjøper.
Altså, i utgangspunktet så er han jo ikke det. Du har jo knust ruta på han, og...
I not can drive anymore. It's a big damage under the car. Have to go to garage with this.
Everything went fine. Good work. I like things like this. You have to use the hand a little bit.
They load the car onto the flatbed. Then Terje drives to the garage in Odda. Turns out, he made the right call.
All my men have been working good together, so I'm proud of my men.